This is the tool that I use on a daily basis to identify levels of support and resistance based on delta clusters. Now, the first thing I start by doing is leading into the open of today's session. I look at the overnight session and the prior day session to find areas of confluence. Sometimes you could zoom out and use multiple profiles and more data, but oftentimes the last two is enough. Now, I could show you this exercise and we're going to go through it together. So what we're looking for here is to find areas where there is a confluence of delta. So at this level, we are seeing quite a few amount of delta contracts. So we're going to mark it, right click and do extend drawing. Then we could copy and move the drawing. We see quite a bit of delta down here as well. Then we can copy and move this drawing. We see quite a bit down here as well. And then last but not least, we could move the last drawing and there's some delta at this zone also. Now, the big ones that I like are this one right here, the 08 and 10, but most importantly, the 16, because there's quite a bit and the heaviest amount of delta that occurred there. And so let's take a look at how we did. Now we're going to move the day forward. And here comes the open. What happens right after the open, you could see that price had a little bit of rotational movement. We did a head fake above the opening range and we drive down and put an indecision doji candle right off of the first level. So it's a good sign it's starting to work, or that it'll find support. It does temporarily. You could see some high volatility chop here. Then when it does break this level, it stops where? Right at the exact zone that we drew based on delta clusters. And if we extend the day a little bit further, it literally one touched off of our lowest support zone based on the delta cluster of the prior day. And then that is where I believe the market pivoted off of. And then it rallied back up pretty much close to the prior delta zone, came back down to it, found support off the middle zone that we drew. And really, you could look at this and continue to extrapolate the day it sold off. We bottomed out at the bottommost delta zone cluster and it rallied back up to close the session. So as you can see, when we drew these levels on today's sessions based on the past delta clusters on the split volume profile, it gave us really high probability zones of where the market was going to stop. On February 3rd at 7 p.m. Eastern, I am doing a live webinar for you to show you some more order flow tools with entry precision in action. We're going to show you how we use the footprint chart and imbalances and how that dictates our entry strategy, our risk management, and our trade management in the position as well. Click the details below in the description to learn more and claim your seat.